I don't know where you've been, but you're gonna respect this courtroom. My life has proven that it's not about where you come from, it's about where you're going. From a jailed youth who had my record expunged to becoming the youngest judge elected.
The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding.
In just 15 years. Ma'am, let me know when you want to go to rehab. Otherwise, I think you're a crackhead.
Absolutely not.
My goal is to inspire others to overcome their obstacles. You don't need him and his little raggedy roommate.
Thank you.
All while having a little fun on Mathis Court. You look like you're ready to lie right the first word out your mouth. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Natasha Hartman is suing Paul Halen in the amount of $1,255.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. May all be seated.
Ms. Hartman claims Mr. Halen promised to keep her safe while snorkeling and says a sea turtle bit her when the defendant swam off to take photos.
State your name.
Natasha Hartman.
All righty, ma'am. You're suing for $1,255, alleging he owes you this money because he was negligent and responsible for your injury during a snorkeling trip.
Yes.
Start with you.
That's right.
Give me some background on your friendship or relationship.
So, Paul and I met at a wedding of a mutual friend of ours, and it was a lovely wedding. We had a lot of fun, we talked, we danced the whole night, and we realized that it was strictly just friends. But, you know, a lot of people were gonna hang out after in Hawaii, and so him and I exchanged contact information, and I told him through these text messages, I said, "Hey Paul, I'm thinking about doing a snorkeling tour. Do you want to go with me?" Natasha, skip the tour. I know the best places to snorkel and swim with sea turtles.
Now, how long had you all been friends?
We just met that night.
Oh.
Yes.
And text about snorkeling. Okay, I guess that's a good intro. That was you. Who texted first?
I texted first.
Okay, so you were hitting on him first. Okay. You hit on him first.
No, Your Honor.
At the end of the event, right?
We realized we were just friends.
At the end of the event?
Yes, at the end of the event,
Why
I
did y'all
texted him.
exchange numbers?
I exchanged because we were in Hawaii and we were both going to be in here for a few days and we both didn't really know anyone else, so we figured we might as well hang out.
No, you knew the people you were there with. You could have hung out with them. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, well, to preface, this was like 9 in the morning. So I said, "Hey, Paul, I'm thinking about doing a snorkeling tour. Do you want to go with me?" Natasha, skip the tour. I know the best places to snorkel and swim with sea turtles. So you see, he was the one who wanted to take me on a private tour. I said group tour. So if anyone was hitting on anyone, it was him hitting on me. Are sea turtles dangerous? Not at all. They're gentle and afraid to get close to humans. I'll go as long as you promise to stay with me the entire time. Of course, girl, I got you. So, two very important things to notice in this text message. He said that sea turtles are not dangerous, that they're gentle and afraid to get close to humans. And the second thing was that he said he would stay with me the entire time we were snorkeling. Okay?
Stay with you in what way? Hold your hand?
No,
What did you interpret that to mean?
Just be by my side. There was no hand-holding involved. And he is a very renowned swimmer. He knows what he's doing. He's been in tons of Ironman competitions. So I thought that he would be a great person to have to go snorkeling. And, you know, the first time was great. We saw so many beautiful fish, and the open water was beautiful. And we did see the sea turtles. And then we went up to shore, and he asked me if I would go again. And I said yes, because I had a great time, and I figured, well, why not? Let's go again. So we went the second day. The second day is when everything went awry. He brought his camera. And I knew once he brought his camera that he was going to go swim away from me and leave me out in ocean by myself.
When did you know that?
Because I could just tell.
When you saw him, huh? Because he had his camera with him.
He had an open water camera, and I told him two very important things. The first thing I told him was that I do not want any photos taken of me at all, and he said he wouldn't. And the second
But you just said you knew when he brought the camera that something was going to go wrong. That's what you just said. You just told me that. And you say you saw the camera. Go ahead, sir. Let me hear your side.
All of her story is correct up to this point. We met at Rachel and Simon. They're a close friend of mine. Simon is. I worked with him. Met at their wedding. And I saw Natasha, and how could I not talk to her? you know? And she's a beautiful woman. And so I went up and I talked to her, and we hit it off, you know? And she had a great personality.
But she called you before you called her.
Yeah, she gave me the you up text. She gave me the you up text.
She was more anxious than you.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to play it cool and get to know her. I didn't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable at the wedding, you know. I wanted to just make more friends and get to know her.
I'm talking about the next morning when she called you first or texted you first.
Yeah, to go snorkeling, correct?
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, and so.
To do anything. One call you.
Yeah, I didn't know at the time, but she said she was going to go snorkeling with the group. And those groups are expensive, so I figured, all right, I know how to snorkel. I've been to Costa Rica, I've been to Hawaii, I've been all over the place. I can snorkel, I'll take you.
Coming up on Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
So what happened with the sea turtle? I didn't get close to the sea turtle. The sea turtle got close to me. All right?
You just said you got closer to conquer your fears. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. Let's end this case because you're starting to yell at me.
And later.
She doesn't bring a lot of randoms home, and neither do you.
She works multiple jobs. I'm an MBA student, have a part-time job as well in the program. So no.
Still get you something. You got time. You ain't working all night, are you?
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Natasha Hartman, who is suing Paul Halden for negligence.
About 20 minutes in, we saw a family of sea turtles swimming towards us. And I just knew I had to get photos with them. So I asked her to get some photos of me with the sea turtles, which she did. And
Your Honor?
In the water.
In the water, yeah. It's under, the camera can be underwater.
Yes?
He asked me to take the sea photos. Well, after he already knew I was very skittish to begin with. So I was very nervous when taking the photos.
You did it anyway?
Well,
I did.
He made you?
Apologize.
He threatened you? He told you he was going to do something to you if you didn't? Why did you do it anyway? If you didn't want to do it, why did you do it, ma'am? If you were scared to do something, just because a person asked you to do it, why would you do it anyway?
That's what I'm asking.
Go ahead. You didn't even know the man. It's different if you was in love. Certain people do certain things because they're in love. Unless you're a quick lover, you wouldn't love already? You're a heck of a man. You ain't even touched her. She in love. I can imagine what would happen if you touched her. My goodness.
Things could have been a little different. Things would have been a lot different.
Crazy.
No comment.
All right, ma'am. He didn't make you do that. You did that even though you were afraid. And meeting a man one night, being afraid to be underwater, you engaged in if you were scared, what were you scared of? To be either bitten or to die. And so for you to take that chance after you knew, I don't know why you did it. And what else you want me to know, ma'am?
So, yes.
Tell me about the bite. You tell me about the bite.
So, this is what happened. So, need I remind you, I asked him to stay with me the entire time, and I would like to show these photos. You
didn't tell me you asked him to take, you agreed to take pictures. You left that part out.
I told him.
He had to tell me that.
I told him that he not to take any photos of me, but yet he did without my permission.
No, we're talking about you taking the photos of him.
I did.
That's what he disclosed and you didn't. That's information you withheld and he gave it to me. You said nothing about he asked you to take pictures and you did.
I was about to, and then you had him tell his side of the story, so I wasn't able to finish.
What else are you about to tell me then?
Okay, so I have these photo evidence that I would like to present.
Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is.
Okay, so there's this photo, clearly, of me with a sea turtle, very close to me. Clearly, him who took the photo, he was far away from me. As you can see, whoever took that photo was with Paul.
Ma'am, how close were you to him when you took the photos?
I was fairly close.
Why? If he had taken the photos from a distance, why would you take it close up? And while you're being scared.
I didn't want any anything to do with the cameras to begin with.
But why did you did though? You did it, and I'm asking why.
I did it because I was trying to conquer my fears. Because I am a very
So you got closer than he did because you were trying to conquer your fears.
Yes, but the sea turtle came to me. I didn't go to.
Volunteering that you got closer intentionally.
Okay. Well, with the sea turtle. So what happened with the sea turtle? I didn't get close to the sea turtle. The sea turtle got close to me. All right.
You just said you got closer to conquer your fears. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. Let's end this case because you're starting to yell at me. Let's go to the negligence. Ma'am, that's it. That's it. I'll throw you out. You say another word. How about that? All right. So you want to sue him for negligence, alleging he caused you to get bitten by the turtle. But then, as you said, he told you before that we were going down there and that turtles might bite. They bite. Then he told you he was going to take photos and he wanted you to hold the camera. And even though you were scared something was going to happen to you, you did it anyway. In fact, you got closer than he did. So, even though you claim you were so afraid. Why? Because you wanted to conquer your fears. So, okay, at least you explaining why you voluntarily got closer to him. You even had a motive. You even had a motive to conquer my fears. I got closer than he did. He told you all this. This is what you call assuming the risk. You knew every risk because he told you. You knew it yourself, yet you did it anyway. You assume the risk of what happened to you, and that is not negligence on his behalf. That's you determining you wanted to take the risk, and the risk backfired. Have a good day. Your claim is dismissed.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
A true gentleman never goes back on his promises.
Well, Natasha, this goes to show that you can never know somebody until there's a crisis.
Coming up.
Those pants were originally white, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. These pants were originally white. This is what happened from the washing machine incident with my housemate, former housemate.
Complete accident, Your Honor.
And so.
Complete accident.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Andrew Jones is suing Lauren Davis in the amount of $291. Mr. Jones claims he and his housemate didn't see eye to eye on laundry and says his jeans were ruined by the defendant's freshly tie-dyed clothes.
State your name.
Andrew Jones, Your Honor.
Lauren Davis.
All right, and sir, you're suing the defendant, alleging she owes you this money for ruining your pants?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, start with you.
Yes, Your Honor. So we've been housemates, for a couple years now. We go to the same university, and so we've occasionally had a little run-ins here and there about conflicts and things that we've usually been able to resolve. Laundry has usually been the breaking point for both of us.
What made you all room together?
We actually found this house locally. A nice old lady rents out these rooms usually to local students at the university. We're right down the street from the campus.
How old is she exactly?
How old is the lady? 80 years old, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. So a woman, older woman, allowed you to move in, the two of you. Why did you all choose each other? Did you know each other before moving in together?
We did not know each other beforehand, Your Honor.
Okay, but things for the 2 years, they've been, for the most part, you all gotten along?
Yes, for the most part, Your Honor.
All right. She doesn't bring a lot of randoms home, and neither do you.
No, Your Honor. We're both very busy. We both, she works multiple jobs. I'm an MBA student, have a part-time job as well in the program.
So no. Still get you something. You got time. You ain't working all night, eh?
Coming up.
Didn't he have other items in there?
He did, yes, Your Honor, which I removed.
So you saw them?
I did. I removed those, put them in the dryer. But like I said, I must have missed his white pairs of pants when I had put my tie-dye clothes in the washer.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with a case of Andrew Jones, who is suing Lauren Davis for property damage.
Proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. So I actually was attending an event on a Saturday evening. It was an all-white party, and so
You ain't like, why would you go with these folks that racist? How they let you in?
No, all-white
You
clothing.
ain't passing.
An all-white party, Your Honor. With
Right,
white
you're only white people.
No, white clothing, Your Honor.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
okay, I'm sorry.
So,
All right.
So I have the original picture of the white jeans that I was planning on wearing to the party, Your Honor. And so I had left them in the washer, and my roommate
Let
had...
me see them, please. Those pants were originally white, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. These pants were originally white. This is what happened from the washing machine incident with my former housemate.
Complete accident, Your Honor.
And
Complete
so
accident.
that is why I'm here today, sir.
Ma'am, you give me some background on this, please.
Yeah, of course, Your Honor. So I saw a video on social media about tie-dyeing clothes, Your Honor. I, don't really have the money to buy new clothes, so I, recycle clothes, I tie-dye clothes. He had failed to take his clothes out of the washer himself, and so I sent him a message, asked him if I could remove the clothes myself. He said, sure, that's fine. I'm a very tall woman, Your Honor. We have a stacked washer and dryer. I can't really see that low, so I accidentally missed his jeans that were still in the washer. I threw my tie-dye clothes in the washer.
How about his other items?
I'm sorry?
Didn't he have other items in there?
He did, yes, Your Honor, which I removed.
So you saw them?
I did. I removed those, put them in the dryer. But like I said, I must have missed his white pairs of pants when I had put my tie-dye clothes in the washer. I'm not going to pay the full amount of that, Your Honor.
$291. And you have receipts showing it cost that much, sir?
Yes.
How will Judge Mathis rule? Find out when Mathis Court returns.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. If this is the amount it costs, though, ma'am, and you're liable for it, you got to pay
But
what
Your
the
Honor,
cost is. How long have you had those jeans, sir?
I've had these jeans for about 3 to 4 months, Your Honor. I picked them up on a trip with spring break going to New York with meeting up a few friends. We went shopping in downtown, saw them at a small local boutique, and so I've had them for about 3 months.
How many times did you worn them?
I've only worn them a couple of times, Your Honor. White jeans are usually very specific for
Your
very
Honor, I
specific
see him
events.
wear these jeans all the time.
She says she's seen you wear them all the time. Has it been only 3 months?
No, Your Honor, it's been,
Do you recall when he went to New York?
I believe.
By the way, this says Greenboro, North Carolina, sir.
Yeah, that's where I'm from, Your Honor.
Yeah,
I
but
was
you
just
said
there.
you picked these up in New York, sir. You told me you picked these up in New York, and it says Greenboro. That's what you did. You told me New York, didn't you?
That's correct.
Yeah, but this says Greenboro. Claim is dismissed for perjury. Here you go. Have a good day.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
And you know they were an accident.
Accident or not, I still feel like you took the responsibility of saying you would take them out of the washer. You didn't, and then they got messed up and they were completely ruined. So.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.